Coming up on the game plan with Ron Rivera. The team may be off for the bye week, but Coach and I discuss one of his players who's making an impact on the field and in the community. We're looking back on some custom kicks the Commanders are sporting for a good cause. And we'll hear from Washington legends about what they want to see from the team in these last 4 games. It's your inside look at the game plan, and it starts right now. The Game Plan with Ron Rivera is presented by your local Washington area Honda dealers. Visit your local Washington area Honda dealer today to see our sleek Accord Hybrid or our versatile CR-V Hybrid. Contact your local Washington area Honda dealer today for a great deal on a Honda for you. And by the Maryland Lottery Fast Play Games. Play fast, win fast today. Please play responsibly. Welcome to the Game Plan with Coach Ron Rivera. I'm Logan Paulson. Always fun to be here with you, Coach. Kind of different week this week. It's the official bye week for the team, right? You've had some kind of mini buys, Thursday night games, things like that. What's the plan for the bye week for you?
Well, I think for the most part, Coach, we're going to take a look at some of the things that we've done. I mean, we've had a couple little mini buys, like you said, where we've done a little bit of studying, and plus we get self scouts every week, so we've had a chance to look at things, and we'll continue to look at some of the things that we did this past week. I know on the defensive side, because of some of the things that we changed, we'll look at specifically those things and how we can improve on them.
And like you said, defense this last week, you're calling the plays. How was it getting back in the saddle, calling plays? How'd that feel? And was there anything you're like, oh man, I forgot this situation's really hard, or this is whatever? No,
not necessarily. It's just getting used to where everything was on the play sheet.
Finding it, right?
Exactly. And again, it's funny because I used a kind of a one that we put together as a staff, and to be quite honest, it didn't flow the way I was used to it.
Yeah.
So I actually just finished one, and that's the one we're going to use going into next week.
Yeah, because you got to make sure you can find it real quick, right? I kind of pulling from the hip, right? Yep. And so kind of high level defensively, I thought you guys did some good things. Obviously some areas to improve on. And how do you kind of use the bye to get that done?
Well, that's exactly what we'll do. We'll look at some of the things and see what happened, and really talk to the players a little bit tomorrow and the next day, just to see where they are, how they thought things went, what do they feel. I mean, because part of it is these guys got to go out and they got to execute. You want to make sure you're giving them every opportunity to be successful. So we'll look at those things as well. And so
it's a very collaborative process. Yes, it is. I mean, it's nice to have players, I'm sure, that can give you positive feedback. What's the feedback been? Because I heard from day one you've been that way. How's that feedback been?
Well, one of the things that we want to do is we brought a few more pressures. Trying to see if we can get after them a little bit and set a little bit of a tempo. And I thought we did some of those things well. And then there were some things obviously that we've got to be better at. We had a plan. We wanted to make sure we stayed up on top as much as we could. And a couple times we missed that opportunity to keep it in front of us. And unfortunately, it hurt us. It cost us a couple of big plays.
And so obviously bye week's time to kind of recharge, kind of evaluate. What's the process for the coaching and what's the process for the players?
Well, the players will come in and they'll work Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we'll get them out, get them back next week, and then get going and finish the season.
So what do you advise for them? Is it like go get completely away from football, kind of recharge, get ready to go, or do you want them kind of around it a little bit?
No, I want them to go ahead and take a break, get away from it a little bit. I mean, to go as long as we did without having a true break, that's hard. And so for our guys, hey, let's settle in, let's come back and let's be focused. Let's see what happens.
The last couple of weeks, right? And so what's the message for them going to the bye?
Well, the big message, more so than anything else, is guys, for as long as we've gone through the season so far and doing what we've done, the process or growth and development, that's over. Now let's see where we are. Let's really find out who's capable and who's ready to play football.
Absolutely. One guy who's very capable is Terry McLaurin.
Yes.
Walter Payton Man of the Year, which is always very exciting.
Yes, it is.
Let's take a look at this week's Commander Spotlight, presented by Northwest Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of the Washington Commanders. Terry McLaurin is the Commanders' nominee for the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award, which recognizes an NFL player for his excellence on and off the field. The winner of the award receives a $250,000 donation to the winner's charity of choice. Here's how Terry found out he received the nomination.
Oh, shoot.
Hi, babe. How are you?
What's up? What you doing?
How is your day going?
Good.
Good. Can I sit with you?
Yeah, sure. What you doing?
I have something that I want to read to you.
All right.
So, T, God has brought me many blessings, one of the most meaningful being you. Since getting drafted in 2019, I've seen your love and care for our community here in the DMV area magnify in amazing ways. Thank you for uplifting not only your family, friends, and teammates, but the community you care for so much as well. And because of who you are, I am honored to be able to share with you that you are this year's Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee for the Washington Commanders.
Oh, that's dope.
Congratulations, my love. We are all immensely proud of you.
I'm so surprised. Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's really cool. It's a cool surprise.
You'd like to see me?
No, I didn't. They told me Santana was coming. I'm thinking I got an interview.
You guys actually want to move your chairs together real quick for us? I can have them face this way. If you want to, you can go ahead and hit play on that.
This is crazy.
It's truly a blessing. You see your kids, and the thing you want most for them to have opportunity in life, and you try to provide the right atmosphere. We tried to raise the individual to be a positive impact on the world.
If I can make somebody's day, if I can make somebody's hour, I'm gonna try to do that. And they get to see me with my helmet. And that's the ultimately thing I want to do is show people who I am on and off the field. So this is the kickoff event to the new foundation that I'm starting, the Terry McLaurin Foundation. Look at you, you're ready.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
He's also able to have an impact in this great city, okay? Impact lives. He's motivating kids. He's setting an example of what hard work would do, because, we just play country people from Indiana. There's nothing real special about us but hard work and effort.
What's up? Terry McLaurin here at my first youth football camp. We're hosting 350 kids from the greater DC area out here to get better at football. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm gonna answer all your questions. We're gonna get some pictures. We're gonna listen to some music and have a good day.
That was a good day.
It was a good day. It's when you're like a big kid the whole entire day.
I had a lot of fun.
He's going to work harder to even become a greater person and a greater impact in this neighborhood and in this environment for Washington. We don't take this for granted. We really don't take this for granted at all. And it's a blessing that we're going to go out and try to help and touch as many people as we can.
That's dope. That's dope. You know how much that means to me. And thank you guys for making that video. It's kind of hard sometimes when you get wrapped up in the wins and losses of this, and I care so much about football, but to be able to see everything back like that and what I've been blessed and fortunate enough to do in this community and how they embrace me, it's been super special. It's bigger than any touchdown I could ever score, honestly. I'm gonna remember this one for sure. This is something that, that never leaves you, this stuff transcends time, so.
Let's fire up the film room, presented by the McLaurin Lottery Fast Play Games. Play fast, win fast today. Please play responsibly. We're not breaking down the film today. So Terry, Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee, obviously very cool because of his involvement in the community. What does it mean to have a player, a captain, with this level of involvement in the community and this kind of leadership?
I think it's really cool. I really do, because first and foremost, it's a great example, not just to the community and to the young people in the community as somebody you can look up to, but to his teammates, to his players in the league. That this is a guy that not only is he a high-level player, but he's also a high-level person. So that when he goes out in the community, he does get involved and he does give his all. And
that's really the crux of the award, right? Is you got to be good at football, but you also got to be a good person, right? Have you been out to any of his charities? I'm sure he does a lot of them, house building, things like that.
Yes, he does. He does a lot of great things, and it's really kind of cool because I was fortunate enough to have played alongside Walter.
Oh yeah, and it's an award named after a great guy, and that's got to be such a cool experience. One of the greatest football players of an era. What was he like to deal with, and how does he embody this award?
Well, he embodied it more so than anything else because he was such a giving dude when it came to the community and being involved with people. Great teammate, he really was. Stood up for us did a lot of good things on and off the field for us. And I know this much personally, that whenever I had a charitable event and I asked him for his participation or for his help, he was there. He really was. And at one point, I was one of the ambassadors for the National Systematic Scholarship Foundation.
Oh, awesome.
We did a couple events, and Walter was right there by my side, so it was really cool to have him around.
Do you have a funny Walter
Yeah,
story?
we were actually playing in the National Culmination Tournament, golf tournament in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And we were at the Los Palmas Resort. And we're sitting there, and Walter hit a shot near these coconut trees, and he was getting ready to hit a ball. And all of a sudden, here's this thunk on the ground. He's looking around and said, "Hey, did somebody just hit a ball into us?" I said, "No, a coconut just fell." He said, "What?" And there was a coconut that had literally fallen out of the tree and landed about 5 feet from him.
Not used to those palm trees.
No,
huh?
no.
Man, that's a great story, Coach. And it's awesome that Terry's getting that award, and it's kind of paying homage to Walter. Which
It most certainly is.
Yeah. If you guys like the game plan, you're going to love Command Center. Fred Santana and myself, every Thursday, we break down all things Commanders every single week on the Commanders YouTube page. This week, we're talking to future Hall of Famer London Fletcher, and we played trivia regarding his career. It was a ton of fun. Stick around, because when we come back, Coach and I talk about another player who's made an impact off the field. That's next on the Game Plan with Ron Rivera, presented by your local Honda dealer. Welcome back to the Game Plan with Ron Rivera. In Week 13, the Commanders switched it up and wore customized cleats that will be auctioned off to benefit a charity of their choosing. If you'd like to bid on a pair of cleats, visit commanders.com/MCMC. There's a story behind every charity the players choose. Here's Joey Slies.
Once we started the foundation, it was really a way for us to honor my brother and to carry his legacy that I felt like was cut so short.
I'm here to celebrate one of the most memorable players I've ever coached, A.J. Slides.
I'm going to be biased when I say it, but my brother was going to do something good with his life, and there's just things that I definitely wish we could go through together. But for me, I know I look at it from his side. I don't want anyone to ever feel like they have to go through that battle. I never want anyone to have to go through the situations that our family has to. So our goal is just to keep fighting for a cure, and if not find a cure, then at least provide a community around people that are going through hard situations.
Welcome back to the Game Plan with Ron Rivera. Time for the Rivera Review, presented by DC Prime, Loudoun's premier steakhouse. For dinner reservations or private dining, call 703-840-2099. All right, Coach, some very, very powerful stories for these players with the My Cause, My Cleats initiative. What are your high-level thoughts on this initiative, and do you think it's good for the league?
Well, I think it's very important. I really do, and I think it's very good for the league because it brings awareness to certain situations and certain causes that really don't get the attention that others do.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important because it also gives the player an opportunity to let his voice work for him.
And that's so important for the players, right? To be able to kind of express themselves in a different way, and in a league where it's all kind of quieting the player, it's kind of a nice thing to let them kind of express themselves, right?
Absolutely, it really is.
And so, did you, from what I understand, you had an initiative, you had shoes, right? Yep. And probably not cleats. Are they sneakers, are they Jordans? Oh, yeah. What you got?
Yeah, they're Jordans for the most part, but I've worn them ever since it started with My Cause, My Cleats to really bring attention to different foundations and stuff like that. I did something for the Humane Society. I've done something for the United States military. I've done something for the USO. But this time we brought attention to Maui. Yeah. We did Maui Strong and the Maui Humane Society because Maui's near and dear to Stephanie and I. We honeymooned there and we've gone back. We have a little bit of property back out there. So we just want to be able to show our support for that community.
And obviously that's fantastic to be able to kind of call attention to that specific area. But is there any cause that a player's brought to your attention? You're like, wow, that's really, really cool.
Oh wow, there's been so many that I've seen that guys have done, and whether it's somebody paying tribute to their brothers that are in the military, David David Mayo did that last year, and I believe he did it again this year. And then, you know, Joey Sly with having lost his brother to cancer. So here's a guy that's, you know, trying to pay tribute to his brother.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really powerful thing. And also, like, who does your shoes? Do you have an artist that kind of gets those things
apparently
together?
there is a shoe artist that does it. He did a nice job. He really did. I mean, it came out really nicely. But, you know, I think what they do, again, like I said, giving the players a platform so that they can speak about these things and draw attention to it is very important.
Coach, thanks so much. Appreciate it. If you like podcasts, you're in luck. Check out these pods that we have for you every single week. Get Loud on Mondays with Fred Smoot and Michael Jenkins. Those guys are awesome, and they talk about everything. Next Man Up on Tuesdays with Brian Colbert Jr. and your favorite Commanders player. Great insight on the individuals behind the helmet. Command Center on Wednesdays and Fridays with me, Santana, and Fred, and we are breaking down and previewing every single Commanders game. The Players Club on Fridays with London Fletcher, Santana Moss, and your favorite Commanders players. Make sure you check it out wherever you get your podcasts. Stick around, because right after the break, we'll hear from London Fletcher, Santana Moss, and Fred Smoot on what they want to see from the Commanders after their bye week. This is the Game Plan presented by your local Honda dealer. Welcome back to the Game Plan. Join the ranks of the 2024 Commanders season ticket members now. Guarantee your place at FedEx Field for the 2024 season for just $50 when you place a deposit. Commanders season tickets include tons of benefits like year-round events just for you and 50% off game day concessions. To discover more and secure your spot in 2024, visit commanders.com/deposits. It's time for some healthy competition presented by Ortho Virginia, official orthopedic and sports medicine partner of the Washington Commanders. Here's a look at the upcoming schedule for the Commanders following their Week 14 bye. We're heading out to sunny California to play the Rams and the Fighting Matthew Staffords. On Christmas Eve, we got the Jets. On New Year's Eve, we got the 49ers. So spend the holiday season with the Commanders. And then to finish out the season, Week 18, we got the Dallas Cowboys. It's time for your ticket to a dub, presented by SeatGeek, the official primary ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders. Let's hear from the Command Center guys on what they want to see from the team after the bye week.
Tanner, man, and we had to say, what are the keys to successful rest of the season? What would be on your mind?
I think one of the things that stand out to me is just, I'm going to go back to and tap into the player who I was.
Yes.
How many dogs are we going to bring to the fight?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think one of the things you have to do, you have to kind of dig deep and just grind it out now. You know what I mean? It's nothing about what have they done, you know, more of or didn't do at all. It's about who want to go out here mano a mano and win that battle. And that's, you know, we just had KJ Henry here and you know, being a rookie, we asked him something similar about just, you know, what it's like being out there and getting these moments. And he said he's a guy that, you know, he's about the perspective. He's about going out there and handling his business regardless
of what the circumstances are.
So that's what I want to see. I want to see these guys go out there and fight because they all are capable. And you can win any one of these games. You know, none of these games are promised to nobody. It's just a matter of who wants it the most.
But we've been in this spot. We've been in here mentally. We've been in this spot physically. And we know from the door, you play for the name on the front of the jersey, but you also play for the name on the back of that jersey. You play for the people of this city. So it's more than just can we go out here and win a game. It's about self-respect, especially in a situation like this. I also want to see what develops over there with Coach Rivera and their defense because we've only saw him coaching once, and we went through the film and we seen some stuff that they was doing a lot better. So I think it's one of them things they have to not only focus mentally, physically, but who is my brother? Are you my brother's keeper? I think that's the biggest question in this one because we looked in the locker room, we looked at each other and say, all right, we ain't going to the playoffs, but let's hate. Let's spew a little hate on a couple people, especially knowing that you got the Dallas Cowboys coming up, you got some games coming up. So I think it's more than just yourself. I think you got to play for the man next to you.
And you playing for the man next to you and just knowing that, you know, this is our livelihood. This is something that, you know, years from now, you know, I get guys that still text me and be like, brother, we watching film from 2012. And you was eating. And we got. So that lets you know that film never dies.
The eye in the sky never lies.
So at the end of the day, man, you're playing for your livelihood, you're playing for your job, but at the same time, you're paying for that respect from your peers to say that with nothing on the line, these guys still went out there and got after it.
Most definitely. And those are our keys to success for the rest of the season.
All right, Coach, coming off of the bye, what's the expectation for the offense side of the football?
First and foremost, to see us put it together.
Okay.
Seriously, to see where we are and to see what we have in terms of our young quarterback and the receivers, the running backs, tight ends, offensive line. Let's put it all together.
And talking about Sam specifically, is there anything you're like, hey, man, like you've done a great job this year. What does it mean to have a strong Final Four games of the season?
I think it'll mean a lot because it'll build momentum going where you want to go, and that's forward.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing as far as Sam's concerned.
And then defensively, what do you got for them?
Well, I think the biggest thing is go out and play consistent. Play consistent. You know, again, we've had some moments where we've done some really good things, but we weren't consistent. We've got to be consistent, and let's see what happens with 4 games left to play.
And is there anything now that you're calling plays, you're like, man, I really want this for myself, kind of going into the last 4 games of the year?
No, basically for me, I just want to make sure we give the players the best opportunity to go out and play fast and give themselves a chance to win football games.
Coach, well, I hope you're going to enjoy your bye week. That's always a good time. What you got for your bye? Anything fun?
No.
Just thinking football 24/7.
No, I'll think football until Friday afternoon. Then once I get to Friday afternoon, I'm going to take a little bit of a break.
Well, yeah, enjoy your break, Coach. Thank you so much, and see you in a couple weeks. Yep.